Hey friends, good evening from Dubai and good morning, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you are in. I'm doing live after a few weeks or maybe a couple of months. Today is very special day. It's World Mental Health Day. And I would like to cover on this sensitive topic which people started talking after COVID. But again, I have seen that today there was nothing in the media. Nobody is talking about uh, mental health again. For a few years, people were, because they were facing it. Again, the suppression have started. But I want to talk about this today in a different way. So, wishing you all a very good or very happy World Mental Health Day. Do you agree that mental health plays a very important part in our life? And I've collected some resources, some supporting numbers, which will prove that it's not only one location, it is overall the world, mental health is the serious concern. So let me share some documents which will be eye opening basically. Even for me also it was a little bit surprise. So this you can see, this is from local news, which is based in Dubai. It's newspaper called the National, and it says burnout and financial stress among common concerns for UAE residents. Now this is just, I think, couple of days back it was there in newspaper and I found out this. Burnout and financial stress. Now burnout comes because overworking, overwhelming, frustration, not having clarity, and financial stress because of cost of living, which is rising. In UAE particularly, UAE has become, you can say, magnet for opportunities. People are coming from all over the world, and that results into cost of living is increasing, rentals, education, transportation, food, everything is going up, and which is overall world also because of inflation, because of many uncertain things are happening around us in the world. Like since 5 6 months, world is going through not many new things, maybe tariff or maybe some other uncertainty, political instability. uh, uh, Price of gold is increasing, price of properties are increasing, and many people I have seen, they are in regret. They say that, okay, what if we would have purchased this property maybe 10 years back or 15 years back? What if we would have purchased gold 2 years back? And what it happens, it brings guilt, it brings fear of missing out. And that's what one thing, like this is local news. Now if I share something international, which is this is from World Health Organization. Now, this is for worldwide. They did some sampling in different countries, and it says over a billion people living with mental health conditions. Now, what people normally do, they go to psychiatrists, they take some medicines, and then it addresses the symptoms. But what if I say that root cause of mental health or mental stress or depression is within you? It's not outside. Outside you and me, we can't change. We can't change mind of the politicians who are doing some, you can say, crazy decisions. But what you can do, you can take control of your own mind, and that's what I'm going to share in this. But before that, I wanted you to realize that mental health is of serious concern. Now you may be going through this or you may not be. If you are not going through, it is you are in good control. But most of the people, they are going through this. And WHO says 1 billion people living with mental health conditions. And it requires, services require urgent, because see, to address this issue, there, you need services, you need experts. And what most people do, they go to hospitals, they go to clinics, they take some medicines, which will reduce the pressure, you can say anxiety, but again it will come up because it is what is addressed is symptoms. So this is one report. If I go to third one, it's this, which is again, it says e-clinical medicine, and that says quantifying the global burden of. Now, what is happening? Because of so many, we say 1 billion people, they need to address mental health condition. It brings load on economy. The health system needs to be geared up for this, doctors, hospitals, and this requires different level of experts. And uh, here in insurance, like normally insurance people, they will say, okay, it is not covered. and but it is increasing load on economy. Because to address these mental disorders, it affects economy of the country, the city, whatever it is. So this is the reality. Do you agree with this? So now, what if I say that source is your mind? Now, if I go back to okay the screen, full screen, and then I will show you something which I have learned from my mentors during the last more than 9 years, and that has changed my life. Now, do you agree that these mental disorders or mental health conditions are directly connected with your mind? Because when people says they can have a right mindset, control your mind. But do you agree that you need to know what mind is and how mind works? How well you know your own mind? So if I want to do little experiment, if you are living in UAE, I want you to think about say Burj Khalifa. Now this famous, you can say, architectural structure, tallest building in the world, and immediately you will see the image of Burj Khalifa appeared on screen of your mind. I want to think about your office. Maybe by this time you have reached to your home. I want you to think about your office. Immediately, picture of office will come. I want you to think about your colleague, your boss. Picture will come. Now that proves that we think with mind, and we think in pictures. But if I ask you, think about your mind. What kind of image comes? Now, most of you may be thinking about or picturing, visualizing about the brain. Now, brain is not mind. Brain is a physical part of our body. It's an organ, but mind is an activity, and mind is in every cell of our body. Now, till the age of 49, I was ignorant about this. Certain things was working for me because maybe consciously or unconsciously I was programmed with some good habits, and I was getting the results. But at the age of 49, when I became aware about my mind, how mind works, and then my growth or journey towards financial freedom become faster. In 3 years, after knowing what I'm going to share in this, and I'm going to offer an opportunity to you, so be open for that. I learned something from my mentor, Bob Proctor. So if you have heard about Bob Proctor, I learned from him about mind, and he was the master of mind. He has worked on mind, study about mind for 66 years of his life. Now there is nobody on the earth who has studied mind or single subject like Bob Proctor, and I was fortunate to learn directly from him. I was traveling, I paid the price. It was inconvenient. It was not comfortable traveling all the way from Dubai to Canada or US, almost 9 times. So it was expensive. It was time consuming. It was taking energy, and I had to sacrifice many things. But what I have learned in the return, or I became a different version of myself. I achieved financial freedom. Recently, I was on 3 months vacation, and no, you can't think about this. But there was no work at all. I was having my own commitment of learning, my family commitment. Now, I'm not sharing this to impress you. I'm sharing you to impress upon you that if I can do it, you can do it. How you can do it? By raising your awareness. So I learned from Bob Proctor the picture of mind. Now this is the Bob Proctor's model. So keep this in mind because on next screen I'm going to continue on that. So this is your mind and this is your body. Now do you agree that your body will do what command comes from the mind? Now simple example if I give, imagine that before going to bed you set an alarm. Alarm say you have serious intention to wake up 5:30 in the morning, and you want to do exercise or you want to do study or some other activity, and at 5:30 the alarm rings, and then you snooze it, and then it again rings, then again snooze it, and this happens by the time you wake up it is 8 o'clock, and it is happening sometimes with me also. So that's why I'm sharing this. Why it is happening? Your body, your mind wants to, you have decided, you had a serious intention, but your mind didn't allow. Your mind says okay, you went to bed little late, you deserve better sleep, and then your body rest. Correct? This happens. This is the simple way that command comes from the mind, and for body follows it. So do you agree that there should be alignment between mind and body? Now, this is not real picture of mind, but you need a picture to work with. So imagine that this big circle is mind and this is body. And upper half is conscious mind, lower half is subconscious mind, and body is with which you take action. So right now you can see me and hear me, which you are doing with your senses. So we have five senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. You are receiving this information. Same way, you receive a lot of other information from different sources. The morning you wake up, you open your mobile and you start receiving the data. You start receiving the information. You open newspaper, you start receiving information. You switch on TV channel, you start receiving information. Maybe you open your own bank account. You see a statement and start receiving that information. You see your medical reports and that information collected through your senses and it goes into your conscious mind. And I'm sure you must be aware that our thoughts become things, or we become what we think about. So, this part of you is responsible for your thinking, your thoughts. This part, which is subconscious mind, is responsible for your emotions. And this part is responsible for your action, which is your body. I'm talking about alignment of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And this part is where your vision is built. This part is there where you have six mental gifts. See, if I give example of say cats and dogs, now cats and dogs also they have five senses. They also can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And we also can do this. So what is the difference between human being and animals? Those are six mental gifts which are given to us. I will not cover in this, but I will just name those gifts: imagination, will, memory, intuition, perception, and thinking. These are the six mental gifts we are given. Unfortunately, we are not either using this gift or we are using against us. Now, if you want to learn more about this gift, at the end of this live session, I'm going to offer an opportunity. So stay till the end of this, maybe 5 more minutes more, but don't miss this opportunity. You need to learn about these six mental gifts to take control of your life. Otherwise, what will happen? Circumstances will control your life. Trump will control your life. Anything he announces, any political changes, any uncertainties, cost of living, all those things will take control of your life. Now, if you are serious to take control of your life, you need to learn about six mental gifts and develop those gifts. So, what happens? Your thoughts turns into feelings. Your feelings turns into your vibration. Vibration turns into action. Action brings results. It's simple. So, I will share the screen again, and then you will see how it is happening, how the flow goes. So it goes like this. Now you know this diagram now, the bigger circle, which is mind. And till the age of 49, I was not aware about mind, what mind is, how mind works. So I was ignorant. I wanted to be financially free. But after working hard, after learning from Robert Kiyosaki, so I learned from Rich Dad Poor Dad at the age of 46 about financial freedom. When I started investing, but for 4 years, nothing was working because I was not working on my mind. Being me as an engineer, it was always logical thinking, strategies, plans. Those are not enough. I was struggling. But when I understood about mind, then the dots were connected. So if you see on left side, so suppose you are ignorant about your mind, which is 95% people in the world. Only 5% people, either they are consciously aware or unconsciously aware. They are ignorant about mind. Now, the way things are changing around you, you have worry and doubt. Okay, suppose you are spending 2 hours in traffic, and that's what we very common in Dubai these days. I have freedom to work from my home. This is my home office. I only step out whenever I need. I don't have to step out. I decide which time I want to go out. Now, this flexibility, this freedom is not with everybody. So people are wasting a lot of time on traffic. They get frustrated. They are having worry that what if they reach to office or workplace at late, and all those things are getting in. Worry and doubt. Salaries are not increasing as per cost of living, which is increasing. So worry and doubt is continuously their dominating thoughts. So imagine that this part you are nurturing worry and doubt. And this is like seeds. You are automatically planting seeds of worry and doubt, which will turn into uh, emotions. So when you have worry and doubt, which are negative thoughts, you are going to have negative emotions, feelings, fear, frustration, anger, jealousy, guilt, resentment, disappointment. All those are outcome of thoughts of worry and doubt. So pay very conscious attention what you are thinking throughout the day. And then what happens? These emotions, these feelings, negative, are reflected on your body. So imagine that when you were angry, what kind of vibration you are in, what kind of mood you will be having. You will not be having good mood. If you are stressed, if you are having fear, it will be reflected on your body. Start noticing this. And then, so that negative vibration calls anxiety. Now, nobody loves to express anxiety in the age of social media where everybody is showing good part of their life. People are suppressing the anxiety. Anything you suppress turns into depression, and depression turns into disease. Body is not at ease, so everything is reflected through your body. And disease, it is sleepless nights, headache, body ache, migraine, all those are outcome what you are planting as a thought. Oh, and that leads to disintegration. People give up their dreams, people run away. Sometimes there are cases that people go for extreme end, which is suicide. Now, this is by remaining ignorant about your own mind. Unfortunately, our education system, whatever you are studying, whether you are engineer or doctor or MBA or chartered accountant, they don't teach anything about mind, and they don't teach about money. Now, do you agree that these two things are important to learn? If you want to take control of your life, the only way is to change. You can only change by changing yourself, by updating yourself. We update our devices, correct? Like suppose this is the iPhone. I'm using 15, but now there is 17. Many people I have seen, they immediately rush to buy a new model. Even though financially they are not able to afford, they borrow it, they take on EMI, and these are the bad spending, money spending habits. So you need to have. So there are three principles which again I have learned from my mentor to build your financial freedom: make more money, manage well, and multiply. Now, make more money. How you can do it? By becoming more valuable at whatever you do. If you are working on a job, be more valuable. And that's what last 3 years of my work I did. My compensation has gone up exponentially. Company was benefited. I was benefited. My team was benefited. And that made my financial freedom faster. Now you have to take little pain. You have to be master on what you do. Multiple things are there. So that comes with knowledge. You need to learn about mind. You need to learn about money. You need to learn about the field or industry you are working in. Now, what happens? It comes with study. Now, what you choose when you come back from home, do you watch Netflix or social media you scroll or internet you scroll or you study? Now, this is where this makes difference between successful people and failures. When you do that, there will be understanding. So, if you see left side is ignorance, right side is knowledge. When you learn, you will have understanding. Understanding brings faith, and faith you would love to express. Like, see, I have faith that this works. I don't have to prove anybody. It works. It is within you. All the answers are within you. When you are in that, you will be having well-being. Your body will be in good vibration, positive vibration. You would love to express it. Now imagine that if you are on a sales call, if you are on the about to close the sales deal, and if you are good in communication, if you are good in expression, if you are having more confidence, do you agree that the outcome will be different as compared to when you have anxiety, as you have worry, if you are stressed, the outcome will be different. Now this is where you have a choice to put your body at ease. And then when you do this, when you follow this knowledge side, you will be creating something. And this is what I'm doing since last 9.5 years. I started learning this from April 2016. But what has happened, many things have changed my life. I have changed myself. I become different version of myself. Now, if I can do it, you can do it. So you will say that, well, how we can do it. So I'm offering an opportunity. You can learn this. So this is in this description of this post also, this live video, there is an opportunity I'm offering. It's a masterclass, 2 hours, which is happening tomorrow. Now you have a choice. Tomorrow, maybe your weekend, you will choose to go for movie or you will choose to spend time with family. Many people say that, okay, weekend, they don't want to do anything. Now, do you know that one of my other mentor, I never met him, Jim Rohn, he says what you do on your work time will make you living. But when you do after your work hours, you will make fortunes. So this is your opportunity to make fortune, even though it is weekend, but your role is to pull yourself out of comfort zone. Scan this QR code, join my masterclass, which is Clarity to Cash Flow. Why clarity is important? Everything starts with clarity. When you are clear where you are, where you want to go, what is holding you back, you will work on yourself to fill the gap, to raise your competence, your skills, your confidence. When you are confident, you will have courage to take new actions, and those new actions will bring new results. See, success is simple. We make it complicated because we have been programmed that to earn more money, you have to work hard. And that's where we lose control. And this is called our programming or paradigm. So think about this is opportunity, 2 hours of free knowledge within, say, these 20 minutes. Whatever I have shared, if these resonate with you, join tomorrow and then take this opportunity. Give yourself a chance to change your life. Somebody has changed my life. I'm on this journey now to change many lives. This is my mission. My mission is to inspire, influence, and impact 100,000 entrepreneurs and working professionals to help them to come out of time for money trap. You can be next. Hope this was helpful to you. Share, like, comment, so I can reach to more people, your contacts, and indirectly or directly, you will be helping those people who are not aware, who are stressed, who are burned out, who have given up hopes. You can be a light in their life. That's all. This is Deepak Badra. Looking forward to see you on my masterclass tomorrow. Take good care of yourself. Thank you. And bye.